This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. I'm an entertainer. The one and only Apefather finishing up at yesterday's restaurant in Bayville. Wow! You know, the kids, man, they just wanted some chicken fingers and fries. We winded up, me and the wife didn't get entrees. They were just full. They're like, we want to go. We want to go have fun. So we just, you know, those appetizers were pretty filling. So I'm satisfied right for now. I'll get some more food later. Wanted to kind of ask you about your opinion on some things here. You know, what's your feelings? What's everybody's feelings on Adam Aaron? I'm just curious. Do you feel like he's doing a good job? Do you feel positive about him? Do you still think of him as your silverback? Hold on here. I'm sorry. People are going to get some good food over here. Yesterday's, I'm kind of blocking the entry to the to the restaurant. Anyway, I'm really just starting to feel very negative about Adam, Aaron. It's just like, you know what it is? This guy keeps doing things, in my opinion, that are not in the best interest of the apes. You know, it started with, I understand what you're going to say. Oh, he gave us notice, Apefather. But it started with him selling all these shares, setting himself up. Because you have to try to understand, and I don't want to keep repeating this. If it wasn't for the apes, if it wasn't for that we saved his company was on the brink of bankruptcy. You have to say there was a possibility that his shares would have been worth nothing. Nothing. Okay, we went bankrupt. So the fact that this guy sold at very high prices, I think he sold even in the 70s, okay, I think the first time. And then I know he sold somewhere in the 30s, and then he sold in the 40s. He owes his entire retirement, which is going to be a very lovely, happy retirement, to the apes. And it's like, what is he doing for us? Like this whole thing with this, what is it, Highcroft, whatever it is, the gold company. Like, everyone seems to be so happy about it. Like, I see all these apes, they're like, give me my gold, give me my gold. It's like, how does that benefit us? Like, I don't know. Can you explain it to me? I don't see how it benefits us. Everyone keeps telling me, but Apefather, in the event of a market crash, that's a hedge. So what he did was genius. Okay, but aren't we in this for the Moaz, right? All right, are we in this for the squeeze? Okay. So don't we want a market crash? Because if that happens, isn't that a good thing? I think so, because the hedge funds are going to be hurting for certain. Okay, all their long positions are going to be in major trouble, and that might actually cause a forced margin call, right? Like, or the second option would be, obviously, if we could somehow get tremendous buying pressure and drive AMC up, past its all-time high, get it to like $100 a share, that could start a forced margin call. But what does gold have to do? What does that have to do with anything? I'm not seeing, I don't know. I really honestly don't see any benefit to the apes. I mean, maybe you do. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I would have rather him put that money, and another thing, he put peanuts in it anyway. He put like 1.5% of AMC's war chest. They got like $2 billion liquid because of the apes. I would rather have him put money into something like competing with Netflix, competing with Disney for streaming, because that's like the future. Okay, and if he taps into that market, and really could get a significant market share from Netflix, you're talking about AMC on fundamentals alone, in my opinion, going up to a $200, $300, $400 stock. That's how I feel. If think about Netflix, okay, how big they are. You understand? If AMC could cut into that market share, that's the gold mine. That's how I feel. But this gold, what is this going to do for us? What is it going to do for us? Nothing. Once again, it's like, I just feel like Adam Aaron doesn't want to squeeze, He knows if we squeeze, he's out of a job. AMC is finished. All those investors, all those retail investors are going to run. They're out. He doesn't want that to happen. I don't know. Could he be in meetings? Imagine like there's private meetings going on. I think so. I sometimes think that, like, I can imagine, again, it's alleged, but I can imagine like the government, Adam, Aaron, and possibly Ken Griffin, possibly a hedge fund sitting at a big round table, and they're all talking like, what are we going to do about this mess that we're in? You know, we're talking about trillions and trillions of dollars we got to pay these retail investors, these apes. What are we going to do? And sometimes I just think that I have mixed feelings. I say to myself, they got to let us squeeze because of the integrity of the stock market, right? Like, nobody's going to believe in the stock market ever again. It'll be anarchy in the streets. Retail would go crazy if there's no squeeze. But then I say to myself that there's so many opportunities that they could have just let this thing go already, right? Like, we went down to as low as, what, 13? Like, they could have just let this thing, you know, they could have said cover, you know what I mean? That's it. Bring this thing up to 500, 1,000. I mean, again, I'm not saying to you that that's what I think is going to happen, because listen, if all those synthetics are covered and the apes hold, this thing could go to Pluto. This thing could go, forget about it, to prices that we can't even imagine. But I'm just saying that, like it seems like they don't even want to throw us the crumbs. Like, you know what I mean? I used to have conversations with people about this, and they were like, Apefather, you think they're going to throw us the crumbs? Meaning, like, that AMC would go to like 500 to 1,000, like the low brackets that, you know, Uncle Fester predicts. And I'm like, they got to give us something. But it's like, they're not even giving us the damn crumbs. Like, I'm looking for the whole bakery. I'm looking for the whole cake. I want to see AMC go into the tens of thousands minimum. Floor 50,000, right? If not higher. But it's like what's going on? Like, you know, and again, I'm not trying to cause FUD, because I'm holding. You understand? Listen to me. I've already convinced myself that no matter how long it takes, I'm going to hold. All right? That's another thing. Give me a second. You know, Uncle Fester was saying, now they were defending him. They were like, well, what he meant is if we don't squeeze in March, it's not that it's over, but it could take a very long time. I'm okay with that. I really, look, I have a beautiful family. You understand? I have a beautiful wife, I have beautiful children, a beautiful mother, beautiful dogs. You know what I mean? I have a beautiful house. If I gotta hold this thing for a year, 2 years, look, I'll do it. All right? I'm not selling with $150,000 loss. Get out of here. What are you, nuts? What are you, do not? I never sell for $150,000 loss. So I'll stay in this thing for however long it takes. But sometimes I just wonder, like, why didn't we squeeze already? Like, I remember when I got into this play in June, I was telling my wife, I'm like, the apes have been holding since January. I came in 6 months later. I'm thinking like it's going to squeeze in July of 2021. And now here we are in 2022, March, you know, almost the end. March is almost over. March Madness, right? Oh, man, I tell you. It's just frustrating. What could we do? We just got to hold, baby. That's it, right? Hold for gold. And that's why I think I keep going to restaurants. You know what it is? Restaurants is my therapy, man. It's my therapy. It puts me in my happy place. And when I'm in my happy place, it's like that song by Billy Joel, State of Grace. It's like, you know, peace, serenity. That's a great song. Did you ever hear that song, State of Grace? You know, listen to it. I'll make you listen to it. Billy does it better than me. Anyway, AMC to Pluto.